Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this week we continue our rewatch of Avatar The Last Airbender with episode 3, The Southern Air Temple. One of my favorite early Avatar episodes just because we get to see scary Aang and Agni. So here we go. If you're brand new here, we're rewatching all the Last Airbender episodes and I'm just doing a weekly Avatar giveaway. Details at the end of the video. Careful for spoilers, I know it's silly to say that, but let's start with top 5 moments. Number 5, Team Aang family car trip. So now that they've gotten away from Zuko safely and the Fire Nation soldiers, Aang has gone full-blown Disneyland crazy. It's like Sokka is the sleepy dad who promised he'd take little kid Aang to Disneyland on his one weekend off from his ice fishing job. All he cares about is getting another hour's sleep, but Aang just starts poking the hell out of him in his sleeping bag. Then Katara is like the mom trying to calm him down. Maybe Disneyland won't be as awesome as you remembered it. Just try not to drink too much Red Bull and Mountain Dew before we get there. This plays out like almost every single family car trip I ever went on, except I have a little brother and a little sister, so my scenario was more like after Toph and Zuko showed up, and it got a little more crowded on top of Appa. And just to be clear, no, I never drank Mountain Dew and Red Bull as a child. That's disgusting. Number 4, meet Commander Zhao. I'd say of all the Last Airbender villains, Zhao is one of my favorites. Him showing up makes Zuko start seeming more sympathetic. Not that it's super clear from their first interaction here. Zuko's still in super bro mode, but Zhao trying to shut him down immediately does make you forget that Zuko almost just destroyed an entire village of innocent people. Yeah, he almost went super dark. It also kind of helps that they have the imagery of all these other Fire Nation ships in the background. Like, if you thought Zuko was bad, just you wait. There's that really familiar phrase, out of the pot and into the frying pan. It's pretty apt given the Fire Nation overtones in the Agni and the fact that Zuko almost does get cooked in that fight. Most of you already know that Jason Isaacs is the voice actor. Brian and Mike said that Zhao's character specifically was based on Jason's villain character from The Patriot. That's an old Mel Gibson movie. During that, he plays a British imperialist character just reaving and raping his way across colonial America. Most of you probably know him way better as Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter. So usually when I talk about Zhao and Jason Isaacs, I talk about Harry Potter stuff. His character in The Patriot was way worse than Lucius Malfoy. But that movie is one of the longest movies ever. It's interminable, so unless you want to torture yourself, just stick with Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter films. So the Zhao Zuko stuff provides all the dramatic tension, at least until Aang finds out that all his friends are dead. For the most part, the episode bounces back between the really fun and really dramatic stuff, which is one of the reasons why I really like Last Airbender episodes. They do a really good job of being both funny and really dramatic at the same time, like going back and forth between one and the other seamlessly. I think the last season of Korra was way heavier on drama, so I always walked away from those episodes feeling really emotionally drained. So if you want to feel better about yourself, I think Last Airbender is a better tea to drink. Number 3, Zhao explains the Fire Nation's grand plan. There's so much going on in this Zuko Zhao storyline, but it also serves as this giant info dump on the future of the Fire Nation's plans. And it shines a light on Zuko's father, Fire Lord Ozai. It's a good reminder that no matter how bad Zhao seems, he's just following the orders of the Fire Lord, or the orders as he interprets them. You get a lot of that with minions. They're given specific orders, but then they go off book. And that's usually where things go bad. The big reminder here, I think, is that map. Does this not remind you of Kuvira staring at the map during Korra last year? Brian and Mike have always done a really good job of invoking Last Airbender imagery in Korra episodes, so now that we're rewatching the old stuff, try to pick out familiar Korra scenes. That's like one of the biggest things I do whenever I rewatch big anthology series. It's really fun. Usually the first time when you watch something, you're more focused on the plot and like what's going on with the characters on the surface level, so you miss like little background visual details. Number 2, Aang at the Southern Air Temple. So they finally arrive, and Aang takes them on the grand tour. The Airball Court, nice reminder from Milo playing with the new Airbenders in Korra Book 3, and how they turned that whole back mountain slope into the crazy obstacle course. I still want to go. I want a vacation. I want to have a vacation at the Southern Air Temple, even though now it's probably still being rebuilt. Just the idea that Airbenders, which on the surface seem like such a zen group of people, have a game they would play is so much fun. Like, Aang is a child, of course he's going to be playing games all the time. Sometimes you look at the adult characters and forget that. Maybe that's why the Korra characters spent less time doing fun stuff, just because they're all in their early 20s by the time the series ended, and all the Aang team members were way, way younger. I'd say, of the Southern Air Temple locations, the Hall of Avatar statues probably my favorite place. Opening the door here, so much fun. It actually kind of reminds me of Harry Potter with the Chamber of Secrets, just using magic to open doors. I guess you could also consider it like opening Dumbledore's door. See how many times you can say that fast. Dumbledore's door. At some point, I would like to get names and histories for all these avatars. We really only know about a handful of them. I know a lot of you were wondering after the Southern Air Temple was destroyed in Legend of Korra if there was a hall of Avatar statues in one of the other temples, like Air Temple Island. That remains to be seen. I do think that there are statues in other temples. Just taking a step back, I feel like Studio Mir's job animating the Southern Air Temple in Legend of Korra did it much more justice than the animation on Last Airbender. Obviously, it's a very different animation studio, so you can't compare quite as much, and I don't want to judge Last Airbender based on Legend of Korra. But if you want a really trippy, beautiful exploration of that place, just watch the Book 3 episodes. Moving along, we meet Momo. His relationship with the Winged Lemurs is actually a lot like the Sky Bison in Legend of Korra. Momo's supposed to be the only one to survive the genocide, but by the time we get to Korra, Milo is commanding an army of winged lemurs, so somewhere else in the world there's some thriving colony. I know a lot of people were confused about the Sky Bison in Korra, where they all came from. Brian and Mike explained that this island here in Book 2 served as kind of a sanctuary where they were bred in seclusion during the 100-Year War. Aang loses his shit and goes into the Avatar state when he finds Gyatso's skeleton, and it hits him that he bailed when they needed him the most. It's a nice emotional touchstone for the character. It's a big call to action, even though all that did not stop him from still being a little kid after recommitting himself to training in the other elements. Like, he's rededicated himself to his purpose, but he still finds time to have fun. And, by number one moment, Zuko versus Zhao in Agni. So they don't take it as far as you think they would, because this is a Nickelodeon show. I mean, it's for children. But Agni always felt to me like it was meant to be a duel to the death. Thunderdome rules. 2 people enter, 1 person leaves. The way they use it in the series is much more like a non-lethal fight of honor, but it is still used as a stand-in for trial by combat. Like when one character challenges the word of another. So if you were, say, accused of something, you could probably bluff your way into an Agni with your accuser, and if you want, you might be allowed to walk away. I guess that would depend on the severity of your crime. Zuko defeating Zhao is just a nice reminder that even though he is this castaway character, he's still very powerful, very important. It's also a really good example of turning someone who initially seemed like a really simple villain into a much more sympathetic anti-hero, despite the fact that he's still gunning for Aang. He still has that murdery look on his face. Here's my big question for you guys. What did you like more in the episode? Did you like the Southern Air Temple stuff, or did you like Agni better? I mean, I feel like Agni is where all the action was, but they definitely paid off a lot of the lore from the Southern Air Temple in Legend of Korra. So just here's some cool behind-the-scenes facts from the episode. So when the writers were first working on Momo's character, they thought about presenting him as the reincarnation of Gyatso the monk, but they ultimately decided against it. Momo's name actually derives from the Japanese term for peach, so after Momo steals the fruit from Sokka, it's like Aang names him based on the fruit. Then the term Agni is actually Bengali for fire quarrel, and Combustion Man's name actually derives from his time in Agni fights. Like, he was so good, so quick because of his ability, that they named him Combustion Man because he blew fights up. Just overall, the episode's great. I don't really have any significant thumbs down. It's just an amazing example of a story that moves the plot forward in a really big way, giving us a really big roadmap for the series, like what's going on with the Fire Nation, what Aang's going to be doing. It generates a ton of new lore for the series via the Southern Air Temple as well as the Agni stuff, and it turns a villain, Zuko right here, into an anti-hero. So the giveaway is continuing. It's just a $20 Amazon gift card. I pick a random subscriber from the comments. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment. Nice and simple. Congratulations to this week's winner, Young Nation. Just message me on my channel so I can get your contact info. Thank you. So I'm going to try and post my episode 4 video this weekend. Be sure to subscribe to get it if you're just finding me for the first time. I've also enabled fan subs with YouTube. I'm testing out a new feature for them. So if you want, you can submit subtitles in your own native language on this video. There are details in the facepalm video that I posted, so I'll add a link for that in the description. So while you guys wait for more Avatar videos, you can click here for my facepalm video that I posted that has the schedule for the rest of this week, as well as details on the fan subs. And you can click here for last week's Avatar video. Thank you so much for watching, so I'll see you guys tonight. High vibes.